Sophia Plath, and I'm the creator, the editor, the photographer, and everything that involves the creation of Raw Magazine. This is my magazine, and this is my main cover, which features a dish made by my mother. That's the main subject of the main article in the magazine, which is an interview with her. Uh, this is the table of contents. I decided to do a double page spread so I could include an image and include the text within the image. I think this page looks very good since the colors are very bright and the lines and the font give the feeling that they belong within the wooden board. This is the introduction to the interview with my mother. It's called Instagram Chef, and I decided to put an image of her because I think it is very important to include a big picture of the main subject of an interview so the readers are able to know the face and the person which was interviewed. This is my double page spread. Uh, I think it is very well done. Before I had a small issue with the text because I thought it was very text heavy, but I managed to alleviate it by creating a double columns in both pages and by blocking the text in order for it to look more organized. I like very much these 4 pages because I managed to create a color palette to combine and correlate these pages together since, well, they go together. As you may already know, raw is usually defined as something uncooked. However, I saw the word from a different perspective, since it could also mean natural, unfinished, fresh, and real. That's the turn I wanted to give my magazine since the beginning. My main purpose was to defy those false ideals on food that many people think. For example, that it's impossible to keep a healthy diet when going to a restaurant, or that cooking healthy takes too long and it's too hard. All those statements are defied as the readers flip through the pages of Raw magazine. As I mentioned in my blog, I'm extremely fond of food, especially healthy food, which is what led me to expand my love for fresh and organic products. Creating a magazine has been one of the hardest projects I've ever had to do in high school. But not because the rubric is hard or because it's tedious, because actually it's not. It was extremely hard because I just needed everything to be perfect, which hopefully I achieved to do. Having an idea at the beginning of the process is very different from being able to execute it, because it does not consist of only having a vision and wanting to do it, but it includes the need for resources like a camera, the ingredients, the light, the text, the aesthetics. No one could ever imagine how much work creating a 2-page spread could take, especially because it is very hard going from this to this in a matter of weeks and days. Anyways, with a lot of patience and vision, I managed to deliver a product that met all my standards. Obviously, one has to study a market before creating and delivering a final product. There are certain conventions to each genre that one needs to follow in order to reach a specific target audience. In my case, after looking at dozens of food magazine covers, I found a pattern that I tried to follow throughout Raw. For example, as you see in the cover lines refer to the articles that are located on the inside, being the interview with Kala's Kitchen or my mom, the most important and prominent one on the issue. As for the slogan, I decided to write Eat Raw, Be Real, since it encompasses all the idea of freshness and realness of the magazine. I also found common the double-page table of contents that contain all the features in one page and the regular articles in the following pages. That's one facet that I decided to include in the magazine as well. As many of you may already know, women are the main target audience of food magazines. For example, in this one, 74.5% of Food Network's target audience are women with ages ranging from 18 to 49. As for Raw magazine, my main target audience is either male or female readers ranging from ages from 18 to 40 that are interested in the art of healthy and organic cooking. As you as you go from page to page, you may notice the youthful and freshness of the magazine. That tone was given to my creation because I don't want the readers to think that Raw is another magazine that's based on extravagant or elaborate cooking. I want them to feel connected to what they're eating. That's why I decided to do an interview with my mother, to show how you don't need to graduate from a French culinary school to be able to be an amazing chef. You can just be a suburban mother and cook that immerses yourself in the world of healthy cooking. As for the distribution, I envision having Raw located on the major bookstores of the country, as well as in organic supermarkets. Also, I would encourage ambassadors of the magazine to place stands in the principal farmers markets of key cities like Miami and Los Angeles, among others, to distribute and promote the brand. Another way of distribution would be online through apps and the main website that would feature recipes, videos, and the latest issues of Raw in order to encourage the young readers to reach the information published. A variety of food magazines have reached social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and especially Snapchat, like Food Network and Taste Made, where they provide articles and recipes which allow young readers to interact with the magazines in a more fun and entertaining way. I would also consider the possibility of creating a television show where I could do contests, documentaries, and recipe segments to encourage cooking in the household guided by experts in healthy cooking. My skills in magazine creation have never been in a better condition. Honestly, I have always loved drawing and designing, which was another reason why I chose to do a magazine as the foundation portfolio project. Anyways, with the lack of resources, a magazine is very hard to create. As I mentioned in my blog, I don't have a camera. I had to ask the school to lend me one, and they kindly did. Not only I had the camera issue, but also I did not know how to take the pictures considering the lighting and the colors. Taking pictures of food is definitely hard, but with the help of the photo editor in Jumag, I was able to solve my problem by adjusting the brightness and the color saturation in most of my pictures. I am extremely happy with the overall product. The aesthetics are amazing and the magazine has a correlation as you go from page to page, especially in the interview pages where I use the color palette to tie both double page spreads. I hope you love Raw as much as I do because it is the product of extremely hard work and intense decision making. As a perfectionist, I can tell you that this magazine is the best piece of work that I have ever done in my life.